Looking for love and dating apps and DMs. Looking for love and nothing is sticking. Seeing red flags, getting catfished. What's up? Gotta do now that I found two gals and that'll help me. I just can't wait to get adjacent to you. Looking for love.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We can't call it Single Ready to Mingle anymore, so we're calling it Love is in the Air because we have two lovers in the air today. Don't you hate that?
I like it. Lovers.
Lovers. All right. So, Brian, where are you from originally?
Well, that's an interesting question. So my dad was in the military, so I was actually born in Virginia, traveled around the country, and did some time in Turkey, but I ended up growing up in San Antonio.
Okay. And Laura has been raving about you, and she is next to you on StreamYard right now. So it's crazy how y'all cross paths, but once you were in San Antonio, how did you run into Laura? How did y'all meet?
Well, I grew up in San Antonio, then I moved up to Austin, went to UT, then traveled around the world a little bit for my job. Ended up back in Austin for the last 20 years or so. And after a long relationship, kids, all that stuff, I found myself on the market and did the online dating, and very quickly saw Laura, and we connected, and that's the beginning of the story.
Well, nice. I'm going to say everything that Laura's told us about you and what we know about Laura. The people that let you guys go are dummies, but I'm so glad they did so y'all can find each other. Okay, so we were looking up your stats. So you're a Sagittarius.
That's right.
Brian. And Laura, you're a Gemini. And we were looking to see if you guys are compatible according to AI. And it says that you are very compatible, particularly in friendships and love relationships. It says you're both outgoing and adventurous. You love exploring new ideas, and you have a strong intellectual connection. Do you find that to be true?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all pretty accurate, actually.
Talk about everything, and we love going on adventures together.
That's good. It does say that, according to AI, that it gets very spicy in the bedroom. Say that. I just added that part.
Well, sometimes you're accurate.
Shelly, I have been loving so much is how Laura describes you is so supportive of who Laura is. And we had a kind of a debate with a friend of ours recently. I said, if a person is good to the people I love, then they're good with me. That's kind of how I measure people. Like, you know, if you're good to my friends, right, Shelly? If you love our friends, then we love you. So I want to hear from Brian.
Y'all. So welcome to the family, Brian.
Welcome to the family.
You let me.
But if you F it up, I'm just kidding.
That's harsh.
Okay. We've heard Laura's side of the story, but tell us your love story with Laura. Tell us how y'all met. What drew you to her? What was your love connection?
Well, we actually started texting like I think a lot of people do these days. And we just noticed an immediate connection as far as common interests, common ways about, things we like to do together. We both enjoyed the same types of activities. We just the way we communicated, I think I enjoyed reading the text, all the texts from Laura, and I think it was vice versa. And very quickly, within 2 or 3 days, we decided to be the person. We really felt like we had a connection. We had a first date at Spoon and Fork, where Laura was headed today, apparently. And it was really, she exceeded my high expectations in every way. It was just a great, fun, interesting conversation. It was very warm. And, I knew pretty quickly that she was a very special person. I felt very lucky. And, it's just been full speed ahead ever since.
I love that.
And we agree. She's very, very special. Anybody that has the opportunity to engage with her in any way is a very lucky person.
Yes.
And she brightens the room. She came out to my birthday festivities this year, and everybody's like, we love Laura. We love Laura. We love Laura. And so, and it was her first time meeting, but she touched so many hearts. And I appreciate the way you're loving her. I've really seen a different light with her the last couple of months, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you, Brian.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I took Laura over Memorial Day to our family reunion, which we've done for 50 years out around Lake Brownwood, and it kind of the same reaction. I think everyone really enjoyed her. She fit right into the group immediately, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, she's one of those people you can take to the party, and then she becomes the party. Everybody wants to hang out with her. So, yay! Oh, this is so great. So we have a short little game for you. That all you do is if it's you that does it, like if I said, this person's favorite animal is a hippopotamus, and it might be like me, or I might point to Shelly. And then so you're just going to either point to each other or to yourself, or if it's neither, you could just say neither. Okay. Are y'all ready for the game? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Who's more likely to initiate a date night?
I'll say me.
Okay.
Brian initiates dates.
Okay. And where's your favorite date that y'all been on that you've liked the most? That
Oh gosh, we've been on a ton of dates.
Well, what kind of dates do y'all like to go on?
Well, I think it could be anything from, as an example, we go out to dinner all the time, but I'm thinking of ones like we went to Sunken Gardens in San Antonio, and just explored that area, and in several other things like that, where we just get out and see new things or see things that we haven't seen in a long time. We've done that in different cities. We've traveled quite a bit, this year, and kind of those are really extended dates to me, right? You're just spending a weekend. Could be at the beach, it could be in the mountains. We're just seeing something new. And I think we enjoy those type of activities more than just your traditional going out to dinner. But, we love going out to dinner, and we talk, and usually we realize that place is closing down and we have to leave.
They kick us out.
That's so cute. I love that.
And that tracks.
Yeah.
I think I have a favorite. For my birthday, or no, it wasn't my birthday. It was for 5/5/25. 25 is my favorite number because it's 5 times 5. So I have been waiting for May 5th of 2025 my whole life, to be clear. And because of that, Brian was like, well, we need to be at the beach then, because you love the beach. So we went to Florida, and on 5/5/25, he said, well, do you want to go out to the beach, or do you want to go see dolphins? Go on a little dolphin hunt tour. I was like, oh gosh, I struggled a little bit, but because I worry a little about money. And he's like, it's your special day. Just what you want to do. And I was like, I want to see the dolphin. So he immediately, as he always does, he plans ahead. He makes reservations.
Oh.
It's so nice. And we got there, and we didn't see a ton of dolphins, but it was so fun. And then at the end, these dolphins rolled and rolled toward us. and they came right up, 3 feet from us.
Yeah, 3 or 4 feet.
And I think they were having a lot of fun together, if you know what I mean. And then a third one jumped out in between them. I was like, oh, menage a trois.
A throuple. It was a throuple.
So exciting. Yeah, it was a throuple.
I have heard that dolphins are very sexy, and they
were having a good old time, and they had watching either.
I heard that they do ask for consent from humans sometimes. So be careful out there in the dolphin world. Be careful. Be careful. All right. Next question.
Okay.
Who's more likely to apologize first after an argument?
I don't think we've ever had an argument. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I don't think we have. I think we'd both be very quick to apologize if we felt like we upset the other person.
We could ask who is more likely to apologize when they've done nothing wrong.
Yes. I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm breathing. Sorry, I'm sitting here. Sorry, I'm taking up space. Yes.
Sorry, don't breathe wrong.
I hear you.
And Brian's always very gracious. But we talk about everything, and we've gone through some really hard things. But like, we've just never had a fight. We don't really have conflict because we just talk about it, and we're understanding of one another, and it's just easy.
I feel like Brian is going to get along swimmingly with our husbands.
Yes.
He seems to have the same kind of mojo.
Yeah. Yes, you do. It's very similar to John. I'm the more emotional one, and John's not that emotional. And Shelly definitely is the more emotional. But
I am definitely the more emotional one.
Yes.
that's all right. I think communication keeps y'all from having those big blow ups so that you're just very clear. That's very helpful. All right, next one. Who's more likely to initiate physical affection?
That's another tough one. Almost all these are a tie. I think again, I would probably point to Laura, but I think I'd be very close.
Okay. Well, I'm glad she. I'm glad she found somebody to match her vibe.
That's good. That's
We're both very affectionate and hold hands and hug and kiss and snuggle, and like it's just like it's just easy. I never feel rejected. And I would say you reach out to me a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. All right. Who's more likely to hog the blankets?
Wow. That probably me. I think I'd point to myself because I find myself sometimes realizing that I've turned and taken blankets with me, and if I'm awake, I'll try to like scoot them back over. But I think I'd probably move around, so I'll take the blame on that.
Well, and also more often than not, as postmenopausal women, I don't want any blankets. I'm like, you can have all the blankets, and I just have like an ice pack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know we need those like 2 temperature bedsides, but they're so expensive.
I know that would be so nice.
All right, I think you're gonna. Okay, who's more likely to be grumpy in the morning?
If either one of us was grumpy, I think it would be me. Because Laura is very cheerful, almost all the time. And in the morning, she usually has a great attitude. That all depends on how well they sleep. I understand that. But I feel like it's probably close, but I would put that one up.
Oh,
Interesting. I would have said me because like I sometimes have insomnia. So sometimes it's not so much grumpy as like groggy. I sometimes just feel tired or kind of, most of the time though, when we wake up in the morning, what do I say? like when the alarm goes off. I go, no.
Oh,
I say, no. And I grab him and I snuggle in, and then the alarm is still going. I'm like, no.
Oh,
That's my level of grumpy. As I would rather stay in bed and snuggle than get up and do the day.
yeah, nice. I love it.
that doesn't sound that grumpy.
No.
Oh,
I make him coffee, and when he's at my house, and I put on I do it in like a insulated cup, and I write on the lid, like he's going to elementary school.
That's sweet.
oh, I love that.
It's
That's
Yeah.
very sweet. I love that. Okay, last two. We'll do two more. Who is most likely to rescue an animal?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That could be a different podcast. We've talked about the history of that, but I would say Laura definitely has bigger feelings. Would be more likely to rescue him.
Yeah, I would have a very hard time if I saw like a loose dog on the side of the road. I would have a very hard time to not stop it and check on it and try to get it located. And but Brian has 4 dogs and had 5, and several are rescues, and one of my 2 is a rescue. So we are, and he has a cat, 2 fish tanks.
Good gracious, Brian, you're running a zoo over there.
That is true. That is definitely true.
Oh,
This is great. Okay. So you have 4 dogs, a cat, and some fish. And Laura, you have 2 dogs.
Yes.
And you guys are talking about bringing your
combining.
into one location.
You're out of city code compliance, FYI.
Shelly's gonna make a citizen's arrest.
Citizens arrest. I will handcuff y'all together until y'all figure out your animal situation.
Have y'all introduced your pets to one another?
We have. We have.
They get along okay?
One of my rescue dogs doesn't really play well with strangers.
Uh-huh.
So he actually hasn't been able to join the party, but the other ones have got along pretty well. We had an introduction where Laura brought her dogs over, and it went. I'd say 90% success. There was a little bit of when it was time to do some treats after dinner. One of my dogs got a little grumpy and probably defensive without other dogs getting treats in his house. But other than that, it went pretty well.
And they had met before, we had taken them on walks, and there were no issues. It was just being, I think, in Brian's home and my dogs. Oh, and his dog also decided he's bigger. He sat on me and he leaned on me like, "Excuse me, ma'am, what's going on here?"
Yeah.
You're like a docking station. That's what I read in this.
Yeah.
I have to read that.
I don't know. It sounded like it was like, no, he's mine.
Yeah, you got to get out of the way. Do your dogs sleep in the bed with y'all?
All of the dogs?
His dogs definitely do.
My dogs do.
My dogs may visit the bed, but they tend to end up on their own beds for most of them.
Their dogs are much bigger.
Okay.
Like 20 pounds. Those are much bigger. So we have talked about maybe we need 2 king size beds in the bedroom, and then they can be a bed for the dogs and a bed for us. But they'd all end up on our bed.
Yeah.
Oh, Laura.
Yeah. We're a 1 dog family. Shelly's a 0 dog family. So she's like, she has to take care of so many things that one more thing is just too much.
Well, I'm a nomad.
Yeah. And we have a almost 90-pound golden, and she loves to get right in the middle. And we used to just have a queen size, but we had to get a king size because she's a starfisher. She just like sprawls.
Starfish. Full starfish. It's
I'm like,
insane.
are you comfortable there? Yeah, she's right here.
She feels very comfortable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she does. Where does the cat sleep?
The cat used to sleep wherever he wanted to. Then when the youngest dog that we got a couple of years ago, he came in the house, he chased the cat outside. So the cat usually stays outside, but we have a dog door. So sometimes the cat will sleep in my son's room upstairs. And then, so he enjoys staying away from my youngest.
Are both of you empty nesters? And then, or do you have kids still living at home?
Almost empty nester. My youngest, I have 2 kids. Oldest lives in New York, and my youngest just graduated high school, and is going to college this fall. So that happens in about 2 or 3 weeks. So then we'll officially both be empty nesters.
Yes, yes. Have your kids met each other?
No, my girls are 24 and 28, and they've met Brian, but they have not met his children yet. And and I've met his son that's at home, but we have a trip planned to New York to see his other child, and so
that'd be great.
So at least we will have met. Have not met each other yet.
That's okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if there was any interesting dynamics from that, for sure. Okay. What are your biggest hopes for the future for each other, or how do you want this to play out in the dream world or in your world?
That's a doozy, Jody.
I guess I'll go first. Yeah.
No pressure.
These are easy questions. Do you have any tough ones? Come on.
Yeah.
The plan, and I think we've felt this way for a while, but the plan is for us to be together for a long time, period, however that looks. And we've talked a lot about that, and we're taking things at a comfortable pace.
Well, from what Laura's told us,
answered.
Yeah. Combining, staying together, and all of that. I guess one question. I know this is going to be like a rude question, but whatever. At this stage, do you marry, or do you play it out, live as partners, and see where it takes you? Like, what do you think? I mean, whatever works for you, or does it matter at this?
That's a good question. I think different people would have different answers to a question like that. I think for both of us, I think we're aligned that it does matter, and our preference is to be married. So, whenever the time comes, we feel that's the right time. I think that's a goal for down the road. Certainly that I'm thinking about, and I know we both talked about that.
I have a question. Have y'all discussed all the Fs? All of the Fs? Every single one of them? You have?
I think probably so. I think that we talk about all the Fs every day.
They're important.
What's your favorite F, Brian?
Let's see. I think Laura would probably say that my favorite is food.
Okay.
There's a lot of good F's. It's you can say a top 5, but food is definitely something I enjoy. But also, I enjoy the other ones. I enjoy fitness, fun, family and friends. I mean, they're all really important.
Good.
Good answer. We talked about the hard one. Yeah, very good. And we talk about the hard ones. We have talked about faith and finances and future and, certain ones that, like, as a counselor, when I meet people who haven't talked about those things at all, And some of them have been together for months or years or decades, but they've never discussed these things. I'm like, how do you not talk about these things?
It's so important. Yeah. It's mind blowing.
It's called avoidance, Laura. It's called avoidance. Some of us have not been brought up in healthy relationships.
And that's why they're in therapy. You're welcome. And Brian, do you have any siblings?
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Brian, do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a sister.
I'm good.
Yeah, I have a sister who's 4 years younger than me. She lives in the San Antonio area. And fortunately, Laura and I got to spend quite a bit of time with her in the rest of my family as well.
That's so nice, Laura. That's good. I bet Laura won them over immediately. So, like you were saying at the reunion, that's so great. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been so fun. You guys are like couple goals. and you know, the internet's kind of wonky. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it, but we hope to meet Brian in real life soon. And introduce him to Adrian and John. I think they would get along swimmingly. Yeah.
And we love you, Laura and Brian.
So happy
take care of our girl, or we'll have to hunt you down. So here we go.
All right. Texas.
Yeehaw!